Oh, they have a timer here. That's just not fair. Okay. So green team is huge. And that's the wrong way. There we are. This is the green team. I'd like to particularly thank Jerry Becker as our mentor in this project because it was difficult. As you can tell, we're all over the state of California. 3 of us are in the same county, but we don't talk to each other. So we Skyped for this entire project every Wednesday afternoon, and I tried to find things to do, which meant that I did not attend a meeting, which is why I'm here talking, and the rest of the team is not. So our project, our goal was to create some sort of benchmarking. We looked at county budgets. What is the IT budget? What is the total FTEs for that county? What are the IT FTEs? This sounds very simple. It is not. We use, like just about everybody else, SurveyMonkey. We sent out a survey to the entire county, the entire state, I mean, and then we did follow-up phone calls, follow-up emails. We got down on our knees and begged on Skype, and we got about 27 responses. So these are the counties that responded, and they sparkle. It's actually a good mix, you know. But what we found with 27 out of 58 is we're not statistically valid as we compare these. You know, in a small universe like that, a statistically valid sample is someplace around 50. We were never going to make it. But we tried. But we did find is some really useful insights. The first one and the basic one is that there is not a single county in the state of California which is configured the same. So some of us have directors or CIOs that report directly to the board and the county executive officer. Some IT departments are buried deep into general services or other departments. Some have radio. Some are centralized and every IT person works for the director. Some are totally decentralized and only 3 or 4 people work for the director. So the ability to create a benchmark assumes that there is something there is a bench that you are marking. We could not find that bench. It just wasn't there. So, you know, I'm not saying that our project was useless. I'm just saying that it turned out to be a bigger obstacle than we expected. So what we did was we grouped the counties, because comparing San Diego County to Mono County is totally invalid. There's nothing in common there to share. So we created some groupings: Central Valley, rural, Southern California, and Sierra Nevada. I do have to thank Central Valley, our neighbors, our friends. They responded to our pleading really well. And with these groupings, we then did a comparison, and we did 2 slides, and I'll show you these 2 slides, and because Mono County is not here to represent themselves, we chose Mono County and fit them on one side, what their answer to the survey was, and compared to that artificial grouping that we created, but is actually, you know, has some validity. They're very similar. When you look at the details of what we found, those Sierra Nevada counties are all following a very similar model. And the Central Valley counties are following a similar model. And I have 5 minutes left. So I'm going to talk really slow now. So, second slide shows you the budgets, total FTEs, IT FTEs, and that was one of the IT FTEs was one of the hardest things to get in the survey, because we all define IT slightly different. But we were able to get that and go forward. So we think that this data, we created a foundation of data, 27 counties. And actually, as I was listening to these 5 presentations, and I'm going off script from what the group gave me, is that everybody else has done a survey of that, and most of you said you got about 26, 27 counties responding. So if all that data gets aggregated, put together, we may get a pretty good picture of the counties. And so we'd like to say thank you. And we appreciate this opportunity to talk with many counties and learn a lot about what our neighbors are doing. And so, questions? First off, I have, like apparently you do, a great love for Public Record Act requests. But we did not want to do something like that to our friends. Yes.
How do you see this as a next Capstone project? The foundation for the next Capstone. What would you see the next group building on your efforts?
We took a snapshot of what the county IT is right now. Another group took a snapshot of what the county IT is going to. And we all know what the history of all of us is. But I think if we do that snapshot, the first year it was not very useful. The second year, it may become more useful. The third year, if we continue to do snapshots and compare them against that future, we may end up with some data that you can then take, because the unspoken reason for having benchmarking was information you can take to your board that say, I need more money, or I need more staff. If we build this over a series of years of comparing counties, then we would have something that would be useful to those counties that need that information. What? Oh, the survey and our report are on the CCISDA website, and there's a lot of useful information in that. Also, what we're going to do for those counties that did respond to the survey, I have somebody working on this right now. We are creating those 2 slides and posting those up on the CCISDA website so that those counties who responded can have that information that they can use now.
Thank you. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, all the teams.